The uncomfortable feeling you had about them on the very first day, it wasn't paranoia. It was your nervous system running a threat assessment. And it was right. You met them, something felt slightly off, nothing you could name, no obvious red flag, just a quiet signal running beneath the surface of your awareness. But then time passed. You told yourself you were being irrational. You adjusted, you rationalized, you stayed. Months, sometimes years, until something happened. A betrayal, a manipulation, a shift in behavior you couldn't explain. And when you replay the entire timeline, the signal was there from day one. You just chose not to listen to it.
Here's what was actually happening inside your nervous system. Within seconds of meeting someone, your brain begins a behavioral audit. Tone of voice, micro-expressions, timing inconsistencies, mismatches between what someone says and how their body responds when they say it. Psychologist Nalini Ambady called this thin slice judgment. Her research demonstrated that accurate impressions about a person's character can form from extremely brief windows of behavior, sometimes as short as 2 seconds. Your brain logs the inconsistency before language catches up. But the science goes deeper than psychology. Neurologist Antonio Damasio identified what he called somatic markers, physical signals the body produces when the nervous system detects a pattern mismatch. Your stomach tightened, your energy shifted, a subtle resistance that had no explanation. That wasn't anxiety, that was data. Your nervous system filed the report. Your rational brain overrode the alert.
The override happens for a predictable reason. Humans are wired for social harmony. Maintaining connection, even an unstable one, is less cognitively expensive than questioning it. So your brain rewrites the story. You adjust, you rationalize. You tell yourself, they're actually not that bad. Because believing the relationship is safe feels better than confronting the alternative. And this is how the illusion takes hold. Some people are not openly hostile. They are performers. They know how to present warmth at exactly the right moment. They reflect your behavioral patterns back at you, precisely enough to disarm your threat detection. They appear supportive, consistent, safe. But behind the performance, the script is completely different. These people rarely confront you directly. The conflict doesn't surface in front of you, it surfaces around you. They talk about you in rooms you're not in. Narratives form that you never had the chance to respond to. They smile in front of you, but they manage the story behind you. Psychologist Nikki Crick documented this as relational aggression, a behavioral pattern where conflict isn't expressed directly. Instead, it's routed through social channels. Reputation damage, selective disclosure, subtle exclusion. And the most telling detail, if they genuinely believed the version of you they present to others, they would leave. But they don't leave. Because the relationship was never only about connection, it was about positioning. Proximity gives them access to your life, access to your information, access to the narrative they construct around you. Sociologist Irving Goffman called this impression management, the deliberate control of how one appears publicly while operating entirely differently behind the scenes. The performance continues until the mask eventually slips. When it does, everything recalibrates at once. The past becomes readable. Every interaction recontextualizes itself. And the confusion isn't that their behavior was new, it's that your brain finally stopped suppressing the pattern it had been logging since the beginning.
Here's what you do with that information going forward. The next time you feel that signal, don't rationalize it into silence. Don't accelerate the relationship to resolve the discomfort. Treat the signal as early diagnostic data. Slow the progression. Let time stress test what your nervous system already flagged. Behavioral consistency is only visible under pressure and time. If someone's behavior doesn't hold across both, the signal was correct.
Intuition is not a feeling. It is your nervous system processing behavioral data faster than your conscious mind can articulate it. Most people override that signal to maintain peace. They pay for that decision later, in time, in trust, in energy. The lesson isn't to distrust everyone. The lesson is this: your brain was collecting data from the moment you met them. It filed the report. You just chose not to read it. You don't have to make that mistake twice. Because human behavior runs on predictable algorithms. Most people are trapped inside them. You don't have to be. If you want psychology that doesn't shame emotions, but teaches control, direction, and self-mastery, subscribe. This channel isn't about suppressing who you are. It's about learning how to use it.